Hello everyone, welcome to my Surviving Angel Insight channel. So, in this video, I want to talk about Kirk Franklin, right? I'm sure all of y'all seen by now when the street preacher actually was on his loud horn talking about how Kirk Franklin is wrong. He's not really praising God right. He's too worldly, he's not giving the right message across. Let me just say this, okay? I grew up in church. I grew up with a father who sung gospel music. His more gospel music was more, it was similar because he was in a group. He's one of the lead singers in the group. Robert Covington and the Cross Jordans. Now, I grew up with the canon spirituals, Willie Neal Johnson, Mighty Clouds of Joy, the Williams brother, Vicky Winans, Pastor Shirley Caesar, Pastor Dorothy Norwood. I grew up with all these people, right? And don't get me wrong, I love their music. Personally, Canon Spirituals is still in my MP3 player to this day. So is Vicky Winans. So is Pastor Shirley Caesar. And the Williams brothers are in my MP3 player right now. Okay? But when you're trying to reach young people, you got to understand a lot of young people are not listening to the Mighty Clouds of Joy. They're not listening to that type of music. So if you want to bring people to God into the church, you have to go where they at. Meaning, if you got them listening to, no offense to, Beyonce Deja Vu, you're going to have to, even if you have them listening to, Usher, yeah, you know what I mean? You're going to have to meet them there. So meaning, we need the Kirk Franklin to come up, do you need a revolution? Woo, woo. Right before I live, I gotta die. We need that. We need the Tide strippers. You know what I mean? If he did it before, he could do it again. If he did it before, he could do it. We need that. Okay? We definitely need that because that is what's reaching the young people. Now, in my personal experience, Kirk Franklin brought a lot of people to the church. For the newer generations, Tide Strippers is bringing the new people to the church. Now, do I think Kirk Franklin give his message across? I really do. I don't think Kirk Franklin is too worldly. But see, what the tree preacher was talking about basically is the fact that if he's doing the BET Awards or he's talking about love everyone, he's not speaking of God. I disagree. Because where I come from and what I grew up with, and I read the Bible every day, because I was born on reading from my grandmother taught me how to read 2 pages of the Bible at night before you go to sleep, 2 pages of the Bible in the morning when you wake up. Okay? So, God said specifically to love everyone, love your neighbors. He even said love your enemies. So he does not spread hate. What he did say was hate the sin. He never said hate the people. Okay? Now, why can't I even said this about the BET Awards, you know what I mean, in my other video. I do believe the BET Awards need to give the gospel more time. I will say that, okay? I will say that. I think that BET is not giving Jesus and God enough time to get their praise and to bring more people to God and Jesus. I do say that because how much I do, here's the thing, I'm on Kirk Franklin's side when he said how much could he do in 3 minutes. Now, in my last video, I talk about Tiffany Andrews. Now, I don't know how she's doing it, but it's just something about her. She's basically bringing people to church in 3 minutes. But I think it's different when you're performing an award show. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have that extra time to get your praise on and do the shouting. You know what I mean? You have to get it in, right? I do think that they should allow the same amount of gospel artists to perform on the show as they do for R&B and rock artists. If you having 6 R&B and hip hop artists performing, you need 6 gospel artists performing. I do agree with that. But to say that Kirk Franklin is not really about God, I think it's wrong and it's not right, because he's totally about God. He have never ever strayed away from God. So if you don't like his delivery, that's on you. But I have never to this day heard a Kirk Franklin song that made me want to go to Team Satan. Never in my life. Because Kirk Franklin stays on God and Jesus. He speaks on love. He speaks on forgiveness. He speaks on healing. He speaks on that. He don't speak hate. I think the problem is today is that people want to use the Bible as a reason why they want to hate people. And that's not God, because God did not say that. He said hate the sin. He never said hate the person. So if you're gay, I can love you, but I don't have to like what you do. If you have sex before marriage, I can love you, but I don't have to like what you do. You see what I'm saying? If you a stripper, I love you, but I don't have to like what you do. Because if you really about God, like that street preacher was trying to say, or anybody else try to say, what did God say? Jesus specifically said this. I'm going to tell you what Jesus said. He said, do not judge. The same way you judge, I will judge you. You get what I'm saying? He said, only I can judge. That means only Jesus and God can judge the person. Only Jesus and God can tell you if you're going to heaven or hell. So who are these people? What are they talking about? Because I don't know what God they're talking about. Because God said, I'm not going to judge you. I don't have to like what you do. Do I think being gay is wrong? I believe that's what God said. But am I going to judge you? No. Because I'm not perfect. There's nobody on this earth that is perfect. Because the minute that God allowed us to be born in this world, we already turn in basically sinners. Because we're going to sin some type of way. We either going to have sex before marriage. We either going to say something to hurt somebody. We're going to do something that's just ain't ungodly. No matter what we do. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody is perfect. So we should not judge anyone. And just to tear down somebody the way he was basically saying he's of God, but he was literally tearing down Kirk Franklin and being disrespectful. He didn't even want to shake his hand. He didn't even really want to deal with him. Where did God say that? If you don't agree with something, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing, move on. You don't have to listen to that person. You don't have to talk to that person, but don't be disrespectful. He could have easily sat down with Kirk Franklin and said, hey, explain to me why you think. And then I'm going to explain to you why I think. And then, because believe me, when I'm telling you, that street preacher wasn't right. And his delivery was so off. And what he was saying was so off. Because God spreads love. He never spreads hate. He's nothing about hate. When you mention God and Jesus, you do not hear anything negative or hateful when you talk about God and Jesus. Period. So that's all I wanted to say about that. We just gotta, I understand we got different religions out here, but we gotta understand at the end of the day, it's one God, it's one Jesus. And they spread love, period. All I wanted to say about it. So, thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Remember, when God wakes you up, He still has a plan for your life. Don't give up.